Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you're having a great one. So, I just decided that I'm gonna play with some stuff here, and we're gonna work on some things for our big, beautiful bag journal. And I've got scraps and bits and pieces still here because I still have to clean, but I wanted to get one more video in today to kind of do some stuff, and I'm feeling a little creative. So I grabbed a couple of these little master boards when I was using up some scraps just on my desk. And then I have these, this stack of, they're actually from a book. And so they're old photographs. I wish I remembered the name of the book, and it was all these old gorgeous photos that were in it. And so that's a tip. If you want to have some old photos that you want to add into your journals, look for some books that have tons of those things, because they're everywhere. And sometimes you just have to think outside the box, because old photos can be expensive. I've been lucky and gotten a lot of great old photos for free or for very, very inexpensive. But because they're a little bit precious, I don't use them very often, and I really should. So this is going to give me a way to start using them a little bit more. So we're going to pick out something in here, or a couple of things that will go with our journal. Okay, these guys are fun. How fun are they? But I just cut out a lot of the pictures from the magazine or the book that I thought would, okay, she's fantastic. We're going to use her to kind of go with our theme for our journal. I'm just looking for some things that I think are kind of fun, kind of interesting, because we're doing that kind of cottage core kind of thing. Okay, I like her. She's sticking out her tongue. I like that one. Okay, so we got two. What else do we have? These little kids are cute. And like I said, these were all from a book. All of these are from a book, because you can see backside. So I had to pick and choose which things I liked more than others. She's kind of fun too. Well, maybe, oh, he's fun. How cute is that little guy? Okay, I think that's enough. We have tons. So I'm gonna put these back in their little envelope. And I have a bunch more of these too, to use for things, but I thought we would just kind of start with there, make some like journaling cards or pockets or something. So I had pulled a couple of these boards that I kind of go with our color. We'll make them match a little bit more. So let's see, let's maybe do a tag or something. So master boards give you a nice background to start with and kind of build from. And so they're just scraps that have been glued down. I have a tutorial on those things. So let's go ahead. I'm trying to think of what size is going to be best. I should make sure I'm in frame. I am. And let's just cut it in half to start with. Roughish. I don't know how big this is. Let me see. All right, so this is like 6 3/4 by almost 6. So let's square it up a little bit to start with. And that'll give us an idea as to where we're headed. You don't have to square your things up. Sometimes it helps me start finding a spot. If I do that, finding a spot to start. So we're gonna just square them all up here. And when I make my master boards, I usually put them on like the fly sheet that's at the beginning of books. So I have, or some other kind of plain paper scraps that I have laying around. So that way I already have a backer that can be used as a journaling card. Okay, so now this should be pretty square. Let's go ahead and do it kind of like, do we want 3 inches? I feel like 3 inches is a good spot. So I think this will be one tag, and maybe let's see how big our photos are. And we can always cut our photos down a little bit too. Let's go ahead. I don't know. We can always cut them down more if we like. And we're going to add some more texture and some other fun things. These are a little bigger. We might cut the photos down just a titch as well. We'll see what we're going to do. I don't know yet. All right, let's bring this one down. This edge is straight to start with. So I'm just going to go ahead. Try not to look at my design too much because I want it to just happen organically. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over. Sometimes that's the best way to do it too, so you're not looking at one side, so you don't try and go around. This way you can be more surprised. Let's see. I'm gonna do this one about here, cut off that rough edge on that side. Okay, I think we'll just go with that. We're just gonna make some kind of tags or journaling cards like that and go from there. So first and foremost, let's give these guys some rounded corners. That'll help too. I like to round corners, especially on these tags and whatnot. So I'm just going to round all the corners to start with to give us a base. I love a corner rounder. And since these are master boards that already had like a bunch of embellishment added to them, is this the way I want this? Yes. Using various text and things. One more. Is that the way? Yeah, I like that. Uh-oh. Doesn't like that paper. Try you one more time. Okay. Okay, so that's the bottom. Now let's go ahead and do the top edge. And I'm going to do this big corner nipper here. So I'm just taking the corners off like this. Make sure we're getting in there. Sometimes it's nice to turn them over to see make sure they're going where you want them to. All right, you guys have some shabby top edges. I should have trimmed you off. You know what though? I don't hate it, but let's just cut you off really quick. Hope everybody's having a good day. My little boy started school this week, and so that's been a new change. I was off gallivanting, having a good time again over the last weekend. Went and saw a bunch of my friends that I haven't gotten to see for quite some time. And then yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday, I had also a busy day. I made pickles. I prepped a whole bunch of veggies to go in the freezer. My sister helped out with that a little bit too. So we put some broccoli in the freezer, and then I made pickles. And when I say I make pickles, it's not a small process. But I was doing that for, I don't know, like 5 hours, I think, yesterday, making pickles. It's a big process. If you have never done anything like that, it really is a big process to kind of do those types of things. Okay, so firstly, let's figure out who wants to go where. So we have some options. Now, I feel like this little boy is going to fit fun. He's going to be on there. I think that's a fun one. I think she might be really cool on this one. Let's go here with her, and then these guys I'm going to put on here. So this is going to be an extra. I don't know if we'll get to all of these. I'm going to try and do it kind of fast and go from there. So let's just start with this one. So I want to I think I'm going to cut this photo down a little bit. Oh yeah, this paper too, this book that I had gotten these out of, it had been water damaged too. And I think it was like a book that talked about, well, clearly it was like a history. And I want to say it was like about a certain county here. Well, not here in Minnesota, but the book was from Minnesota. And it was about one of the counties and a bunch of stuff early on. It's kind of like a record book kind of manual thing, which was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to back this with something. What do I have that will back that? Do I have a scrap nearby? I do have a scrap nearby, I'm sure. I have some eco-dyed paper here. What's this purple? It's a business card. I'm just looking through my scraps to see what I got as that I could use in my little scrap pile that has yet to go in the garbage yet. And seeing I don't have any. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold the phone. This'll work. This brown, I think. So let's do that. So I'm just going to glue this on there and then trim it down. So yeah, I made like, I don't know how many, 48 jars of pickles or something yesterday. Something a little ridiculous. But I sell them at my local farmer's market, and then I also, when I'm going to events and things, I let my friends know, and then they also buy goodies from me too. I'm just gonna cut this with the scissors. So I'm just giving this a little bit of a border. That's all I'm doing. Because I wanted it to be highlighted just a touch, and then we're gonna ink this. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's all right. All right, so I want to go like this. I love that. I feel like we need some other texture or something on here, and maybe we'll do that across all of them. So maybe I'll throw down some texture on a bunch of these to start with. So let's do that. See, I'm kind of being all over the place. I'm going to grab a stencil and add some texture paste, I think. I have this stencil here that I love. I love this one. And so I'm going to add some stenciling. So I need to grab some texture paste. What do I have? This is a matte distress texture paste. Okay, so I'm back. I had to stop because my little boy came in and I cannot record when he's around, so that's all right. I got some other stuff done. So back to where we were. So we have some texture paste. This is Distress Texture Paste. It is a matte finish. It's by Ranger. I have not used it yet. It is brand new. So we're just going to go ahead and get some designs on here. Oh, this is thicker than I had. Thought it was gonna be a little softer. Car. So I need a different knife. Maybe it's brand new, so maybe we just need to mix it a little bit. It is kind of chunky though. All right, let's see. Do I have a different, stiffer knife? Palette knife? I guess we'll just see what happens. We might need to use something different for this. All right, so we're just spreading this on. This is a thick paste, but that's all right. We're gonna go with it. So I am just getting this in the stencil here. It doesn't have to be really well. I just want to get some of these designs so we add another layer of texture to our stencil. And then once this is dry, then we're going to go in and add some color to it with some ink. But I want to get some good texture. Okay. So it is very nice though. All right, let's do some on this one. And I like these stencils that have the two different designs so we can kind of do some variation. But let's do kind of here-ish on this one. And then the other two, we'll use the other design. So this is a little hard to spread, but I think it'll be fine. So I'm just kind of putting it here and there on this one. The other one I kind of did a really full design. This time I'm kind of going to go a little bit here, a little bit there. Maybe over here a little. Okay. Peel that up. Maybe. All right. It's kind of hard to see right now, but once we add some stuff to it, it's going to be better. I'm going to do this here, I think. It's a very thick paste. I wonder if it hadn't started to dry out. I've had it for a while. I haven't used it because I was trying to use up some of my others that I had. It is very thick though. So I'm wondering if it's supposed to be that thick. All right. And the last one over here. And I want to kind of get a good chunk about there. Oh, yeah. Wow, this stuff is not, I have to say, not a fan of this. And I think it is because it's probably older. So I guess we just need to start using it up. So just get some, I'm going to do this little part down here too. Maybe a little more. And then I'm going to let these dry. I could use a heat tool, but I've got other things to do anyway, so I'm just going to let them air dry, and I will come back and then show you our next step in the process. All right, so that is where we're at right now. So these are all I'm going to set them aside to dry and clean up my stuff, and we'll go from there. So I will come back after these are dry and we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so Our things are all dry. I did a few things. In the interim, I trimmed this guy down because I decided he needs to go on here, but I trimmed him down first. So first of all, we're going to do some inking to pick up this, but we want it to match. We're using some bright colors, and I have some different things here. And I think we're going to use pink with this guy, because why not? So we got some worn lipstick. And so first of all, I am just going to brush this over our design a little bit. So then that picks up that texture paste just a little. Now I'm going to hit the edges of this all the way around. So I'm not doing a lot to these because we already had our master board that had a bunch of stuff on it. And then we are going to also ink him, but let's ink him with a little bit of purple just around the edges so he pops a little bit. So we're just going to do a little bit of purple. We're doing really bright, fun colors because I'm thinking these will go in our bag journal, in some of the pockets. Otherwise, we'll just use them on other things, other projects too. But I'm liking the bright, fun colors. So he's going to go on here like so. I feel like he needs a little something behind him. And I grabbed one of these. So let's go ahead and just add a little interest behind him a little bit more. Let's go right here. Kind of off center just a little. Yeah, I think that is kind of cool. Let's do that. And then we might need something down along the bottom. What do we have handy? Some text. I want some old text or something. Just something else interesting. A different little pop of color. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of peacock feathers. We're just using all kinds of bright color today. This is another little piece of a master board here. And I'm also going to do a little bit on here. I think our dark green is not, so I'm going to hit this up here a little. I'm just doing some blobbies of some color just to hit that a little bit, make that green go with our color palette a little better. Okay, let's just get it on. Do it to it. So that's gonna go about here. And then this is going down here. This is a little heavier. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of throwing some stuff together. This like so. I think I flipped it. I think it's fine. Flipped it the opposite direction. And then our little bicycle kid. On here. Like that. Okay. Cool. All right, and then we need a little piece of lace or something. Let's see, what do I have? I grabbed some stuff here. But what is, oh, this is gonna work great. So I have this little piece of trim, but let's give it a little color. Let's get a little pink on here on the back, on that side, and I'm gonna hit a little purple on this side. Okay, now we're just gonna put that through there and just give it a quick little tie. Okay, I love it. That's perfect. How fun. Okay, so that one is good to go. We could add a charm. Do I have a charm handy? Because of course, let's go extra. We're gonna go extra. Let's see, what do we have that might be fun, handy here? How about a tiny little key? A tiny key. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then we need a little bulb pin. A silver to go with the silver key. I think my silver ones are in here. They are. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put this little charm in here. And just put it through there. So I'm just putting it through the fabric. And there. Excellent. Okay, I love that. That's really fun. Okay, next, moving on. We have these peeps here. And we are going to, okay, so we got lots of blue happening. I want them to be here. They're super fun. Let's do the turquoise or the peacock feathers. So I'm just going around there first. I'm going to hit the back on this one as well. I should have done that on the other one, but that's okay. You don't always have to ink everything. And I'm not doing this super neat. I'm making it, letting it just kind of be what it is. And now I'm going to hit the design. I like using Distress inks, but you do you. And that is bringing that blue in the background more to our palette a little bit as well. And maybe a little pink. Okay, now let's ink this guy as well. The edge of our photo. Let's ink it with the peacock feathers just on the edges. And I have a different idea for fastening this one. So I want it to be here. And that I feel like needs a little bit of something behind there as well. But what? But what? I need a texture or something, I feel like. Oh, how about a little bit of this? Okay. I just want a little other kind of texture back here. Okay, that's fun. I like that. That's a start. I need something else. It needs something else. Maybe another little piece of lace or something. Let's do this one first, and we'll do this one. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Let's do that. And then, so let's get you guys glued in here a little bit. So that was kind of like that. That was kind of like that. And then these guys are going to go on top. So a little glue. Is it this way or this way? I think it was like this. So added some extra texture, and now I'm going to staple it. I wonder what color staples I have in my stapler. Yellow. You know what? Let's do it. It'll be a good contrast. And I lost one. Okay. So I'm going to staple my corners. Okay, that's really fun, actually. I like it. And let's go ahead and use some more of the pink to make our little tie. So let's go ahead. So I keep my smaller scraps of ribbons and such, anything that's like under a foot long, I kind of attach them. I put them on safety pins on a like hook. Let's see, I want this roughly the same. Hopefully I have a sharp-ish scissors for this because I want to have that same pointiness. This one might be pretty sharp. I think right about here. Make that a little rough. Okay, that is cute. All right, so that one's done. Next, real quick, going fast, trying to go fast. All right, this one, we did 4. Probably shouldn't have done 4, but I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. All right, so this is going to have this lady. So I put this on here. I also backed this. So this is going to be another little journaling spot on here. And I wonder if we don't just punch it through there too and tie them together. Yes, let's do it. I put my hole punch away. See if this will go through. Let's hope. Yes. Okay, excellent. So that can get tied up there. Let's see, those corners are weird. So maybe we can do our little corner nipper too. Let's go one size down. Maybe we can sneak this in there. Come on, friendo. Oh, just not quite. Okay, so maybe little. Okay, a little. We'll see. We'll see if that'll be enough. It'll give it some interest at least. Oh, I don't know if that one's gonna go in because of the fabric. I should have thought of that beforehand. Oh well. You know what? It's okay. I'm not thrilled, but it is what it is. Okay. You know what? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, Nance. All right, let's ink it. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking, so we did the purple on the top there. We're going to tie something through our holes. So this is like a double journaling tag. Or we can spin it that way. So we can write on this side, write on that side. What color? What color? Let's do the citron. Let's just go, we're going to lean into the green on this one. Okay. Another thing I need to get out is I want some splatters to be on some of these things. And that is not something I have really done much of as of late. I should really do. So let's go pink on this part. Being real colorful. I think a lot of times when people have old photos and stuff, they think about going very neutrals and sepia tones and things like that, but we don't have to do those things. We can do whatever we want to do. Use whatever colors you want. Be colorful. Be fun. All right, so that's all we're going to do on this one. And let's find a ribbon. I'm thinking a piece of lace would be cute and nice with her. Do I have a piece that's easily accessible? Maybe I'll use the same as what I had on the little boy one, or not. Yes, I have some. No, that teal doesn't hold up to anything. Okay. Where is that on here? So I just have this like, says this is my hanger, and then I take some of my bits and I just put them on that way. And then that way they're hanging up and they're easy for me to grab. Oh, here, this is perfect. It's small too. So that's gonna go in there. And then that's gonna go in there. Oh, you know what? Let's do it different. Let's go like this. Hopefully it'll be long enough. Put that in there first. And then that in there. A brad would have worked really good for this too. Next time. Next time. All right. Pull that through. Both ends. I do. Okay. Make sure we're nice and sturdy. Okay, there. Okay, I like that. Okay, and final one, this lovely lady. So we're gonna do, we've got some of the turquoise there, so let's do purple. Let's do the purple. So I'm gonna change it. Make the brown go away a little bit. Bring forth the other colors. So I'm just going to bring the purple first. This is a makeup sponge, and it is about ready to be tossed. It is not looking so good. That's right. Okay, so that's very purple right now. Now we're going to bring in a little bit of the peacock feather to bring out this design a little bit more. And then I might put a couple water drops on here just to see what we have happen. So okay, see what our magic happens here. So I'm going to let that sit for a moment. Where's my paper towel? Dry my fingies off. And then while that is doing its thing, we are going to ink her. And so we got purple. This is going to be on the tea. Let's do green. So I'm just inking the edges of her first, and then we're going to glue her onto the other backing. I'm going to ink this as well. So I had this is just a leftover scrap of paper, and I liked the color. So I tore the edges so it would take up some more stuff. And now she's going to get on here, but I want her to be a little bit off center like that. Hello, don't fall. And I'm just going to glue stick her on. So she's going to go on here. How did I have it like this, I think? Yeah, that's good. All right, and then I'm going to ink the back a little too, because I'm not going to glue her down. I'm going to safety pin her on. So this is not dry yet, but I'm going to blot it. See how we're getting some different colors happening? So I'm just going to blot this a little and pull up some of that. Perfect. Okay. And now I have a paper clip and I have some purple. So I'm going to tie this on the paper clip. And I think I'm going to put a bulb pin on here too. And let's find a little charm then. So what's going to go nicely with her? These are just what I have handy. I liked, you know what? I might do this gold, that gold one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the gold one. So I need a gold bulb pin. These are black ones. I don't hate the, you know what? Let's use a black one. Just for a little interest, a little difference. So this is going to go on here. This is closing. This is going to go on here. And then I'm just tying these together in a knot. Like so. I want you like that. Okay. Okay. Is that how I wish it to be? Yes, it is how I wish it to be. Okay. So are you mostly dry? We need a topper. What do we got? A bit of lace. A bit of, oh, here, let's use this. Let's do this. We're gonna use some of this seam binding up here. Come on, friendo. I don't want to tear the paper, but I was tearing the paper. It happens. Okay, it's fine. Now this is going to go here. Wow, that stands out. Woo! Love it. And then we're going to just go like that. So we have some interest there as well. So there we go. That is what we got. So we definitely have some fun things that we finished up here. Just getting this stuff out of the way quick. Where's my cover? Close the glue. I'm so bad at that. Close the glue. All right. So those all dunzos. All right. So here's what we did. We made 4 fun tags using some old photo and masterboards and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed these. I hope you let me know if you have any questions or comments, and just say hi. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you appreciate that I art from my heart, and I hope you are arting from your heart as well. Have a great day, guys. Bye.